Hello, children. So, today our topic is the formal thought disorders, which is, of course, your second positive symptom under the schizophrenia. And we'll also be touching upon the hallucinations, which is the third positive symptom of the schizophrenia. So, formal thought disorders, so to say, are nothing but, it refers to the impaired capacities of a person, you know to sustain the coherent discourse. And they basically occur in the patient's written or spoken language, you know. And whenever a person is undergoing the formal thought disorder, or so to say, is battling the formal thought disorder, the person tends to make the communication extremely difficult. So, it's the thought disorder, the formal thought disorder, which is basically making the communications extremely difficult. And the person tends to also rapidly shift from one topic to another, and so that the normal structure of thinking is muddled, and it becomes in a way illogical. So when a person obviously is going to keep shifting from one topic to another, it's not really going to make sense, and it's going to completely make the normal structure of the way everybody thinks, it's going to make it even more complicated, or so to say, extremely confusing and very very illogical. So which is basically how a person will start losing or the associations, or so to say the associations, between his way of expressing it, in a way loosens, becomes weak, and there is a kind of a derailment. And the person also shows the tendency to invent new words, new phrases, which is also called the neologisms. And there is a very persistent and inappropriate repetition of the same thought. So, whatever thought is troubling the person, any kind of a thought, or probably many thoughts, group of thoughts, they'll keep coming back to this person. So it's quite persistent, it continues, and there is a very inappropriate repetition of it. And so this process is basically called the perseveration, which also means it comes from the word persevere. So persevere means when you do not you know uh, when you don't kind of stop something, or you are absolutely undeterred to particular thing, or when you continue to do something, you don't kind of give up. That's what persevere actually means. So it's coming from that word, because the person has become too persistent in terms of the thoughts which are bothering him. So then we have the hallucinations, and when we talk about the hallucinations, which are the third positive symptom of schizophrenia, they are nothing but the perceptions which occur in the absence of external stimuli. So, whatever the person is perceiving, it could be in terms of seeing something, hearing something, feeling something, or for that matter, getting the smell of something, or getting a taste of something, whatever the person perceives, the external stimuli to that does not exist very clearly. So, we do have various types of hallucinations. We have the auditory, we have the tactile, we have the somatic, visual, the gustatory, and we also have the olfactory. So, when we talk about the auditory, which is the very first one, here, of course, from the word, it's very clear, it's related to voices, it's related to sounds. So the person will hear sounds, voices, and these sounds and voices would be speaking words, some sentences, phrases. And there are two kinds again under the auditory hallucination. We have the second person and we have the third person. In the second person, which is the first type of hallucinations, auditory hallucinations, the person, or so to say, the patient, feels that these words, phrases, these sentences are being directly pointed on him. from this person who he's actually hearing time and again. So they are being directly pointed out to him. It's called the second person hallucination. And in the second type, which is the third person hallucination, it's more like, the patient is actually listening to some kind of conversations, which are again pointing out to the patient only. And these could be, between two people. So it's like, how two people are talking. One person is talking to another person and they are talking about the patient only. So that is called the third person hallucination. When we talk about the tactile, there is a tingling feeling, there is a burning feeling, a sensation that a person feels, again, in the absence of external stimuli. When we talk about the somatic hallucinations, the person feels that there is something inside the person's body, maybe like a snake crawling inside the person's stomach. So the term somatic means body, related to body, one's body. And visual, of course, very clear from the term again. When you see something in terms of, very, very vague perceptions of color, or for that matter, even very, very distinct, distinct, something that probably you've never seen before, very, very strange, very vague, visions of people or objects. Of course, again, it will be only visible to the person who is having these visual hallucinations. Gustatory, whatever food or drink, the person has, maybe he feels that a certain, type of food or a certain kind of drink is tasting a little strange. And again, this happens only to the patient. Olfactory, it's related to the smell of poison. When a person gets the smell of poison or smoke, like how sometimes such patients, they are able to sense the smell of smoke, which is kind of course related to cigarette smoking. So they get the sensation of cigarette smoking, and when they try to look out for it, they probably will not find cigarettes there, but they do get the sensation. So yeah, people are battling these kind of situations. And of course, this is a part of schizophrenia. It is a part of the positive symptoms of schizophrenia. And this is the third positive symptom, of course, right after the formal thought disorders and the delusions which we've done. So this was about it. Thank you so much.